Greetings, my name is Kim Knight, also known as the Kiwi Health Detective, and I want to talk about why chronic fatigue is too much energy rather than too little energy. Now, whilst adrenal fatigue may be a contributing factor within chronic fatigue, in my experience of 11 years of working with clients, plus my own 20-year journey to recover from chronic fatigue, I discovered that chronic fatigue is too much energy. So why is it that if we have too much energy, we experience no energy? Let me tell you my story. For 20 years, I experienced clinical depression, which then grew into chronic fatigue syndrome, and I was unable to work for 10 years. For the first 5 of those years, I searched for answers, and I tried over 140 different therapies, both mainstream and conventional. At one point, I thought that I was simply not going to get better. I sold my house and I set off around the world to find answers. And I found them. I found them when I met a therapist to explain to me that the good news was I was very strong and I had a lot of energy. The bad news was I was holding all that energy and strength inside of me. And specifically, I was holding in emotions. Now, as we know, quantum physics has shown that everything is energy. Our mind is energy, our thoughts are energy, our emotions are energy, our physical body is energy, our spirit is energy. We are an energy being. And if we hold suppressed emotions inside of us, they are energy. And unconsciously, in order to keep those emotions deep down inside of us, like holding a basketball underwater, we need to use a lot of energy to keep those trapped emotions inside of us. And that is exactly what I'd been doing my whole life, until that moment when I finally recognized or recognized that I had a heap of emotional energy inside of me that I had not been addressing, and I had instead been suppressing. And from that moment on, I started to learn techniques to clear that emotional energy from inside my body. And as I did, I recovered my health, my fatigue disappeared, my depression, which is the depressing of emotions, also disappeared, and I became well. And since then, I've worked with hundreds of clients, helping them to clear emotional energy that is causing debilitating symptoms of chronic fatigue and chronic pain. So whilst there, as I said, may be a contributing factor of adrenal fatigue and adrenal exhaustion within chronic fatigue and ME, the main thing is a suppression of emotional energy, or a huge part is the suppression of emotional energy. Now, there are other factors too, which I can't go into in this very short talk, but this is a turning point for so many people when they take into account the fact of the importance of how emotional energy creates debilitating symptoms.